I am completely muted. Yo, it has been a minute since I have started off a stream and started monologuing completely muted. I'd be vibing too hard tonight, man. Let's rewind that. I was saying that y'all are hanging out over there on the couch, aren't ya? Well, I am speaking into the nothingness that is my muted mic. What's up and welcome to the Digital Basement. Yo, but I've been saying, I've been getting nostalgic these days. This past week, I've just been thinking about all these old games I used to play, the games of my youth, right? The ones that initially I was actually gonna do a stream of like my comfort games, right? Games that was like, what were the games that I would go to when I was, feeling sick, or when it was just like the default that I would put on when I was bored or something like that. There had to have been like an 8-month period where that was like Dragon Quest for the NES, right? And others where it was like, Donkey Kong or Mario Golf or whatever the case may be. But then I started thinking back to all these games that I really, really remember enjoying. Like, I remember liking these games so much. But then I was like, I've only really played them a handful of times, right? Like, there were those games that, you would play when you went over to your friend's house or your cousin's house, or, right, you might trade with a friend for it, or like rent it for a weekend and have these fond memories. But you never sat with the game for months on end like you would with some of the titles in your collection, right? Like, I mean, sometimes you had to go for ages on a single game. You had to get the most out of it. You weren't going to get another one for another year, so those kind of games, man. And I have these memories of a handful of games that in particular that I was like, yo, I didn't have a Genesis for the longest time. So being at a friend's house who had a Sega Genesis and seeing the games that they would pull out, and I'd just be like, damn, this is amazing. Play them for maybe 40 minutes and then never again. So I wanted to revisit some of those games and say, okay, were they as good as I remember? Or were these like, was it just the newness of it, right? Was it the fact that I didn't actually usually have access to these games? So those brief moments when I did, I left an impression, but not necessarily the games were actually all that good. So I don't know. I figured let's go down a little a trip down memory lane a bit, right? And as you can see, I have up right up here, I have this lovely little spinner wheel set up. So I threw a handful of games on here. And you know what? Let's just give her a click and see what it lands on and see what we're starting with on our little nostalgia trip. Ooh, boom. All right. We're actually going to kick this one off with X-Men for the Sega Genesis. This is, like I said, I didn't have a Sega Genesis for a really long time. And when we eventually did get one, we didn't get that many games for it. Like, we got a handful here and there, right? But I mean, we were very clearly a Nintendo household. So that's where we spent our, most of our time gaming. And so that's where we got games. But X-Men is definitely here. Let me turn this up. Hey Super HC, how's it going? Excellent, excellent. Yo, we're going, like I said, we're going down, we're taking a trip down memory lane today. And I'm gonna be exploring some of the games of my youth that I remember being really good and I remember enjoying a lot, but actually didn't play that much. Like, only played them at a friend's house or, on a one-off rental. And was like, damn, I don't know, are they actually good? So see if some of these games are as good as I remember them being, or if it was just kind of the newness of it all that really made it exciting. And so I just put together a little wheel, man, a wheel of options, and we're starting with X-Men. I'm gonna have to make sure I have my NES pad plugged in here, because most of these are NES games. But I need to make sure I have my 3 buttons for our trusty Sega Genesis controller. Whoop. I believe it's gonna be that, and then start. All right. So this was a game that we were, like I said, we were kind of like the Nintendo household. I don't know, man. Like it was definitely a thing in like the 80s and 90s where you would have usually a console, and if you'd like a lot of games from the console maker, like a lot of first-party games, you'd probably get the follow-up. So like we went from an NES to a Super Nintendo pretty seamlessly. But you know, other folks had different consoles. So I definitely remember that I had a friend on my street. We had a nice little bunch of young families on a single street there, right? And had a friends with Sega Genesis, and this was one of the handful of games that they had. And so whenever I was over at their place, we would get to play through a little bit of it. But I never got to sit down with X-Men for the Sega Genesis and like play it all the way through. So who do we have here? It looks like we have Gambit, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, and Cyclops. I mean, I gotta go with my boy Gambit. Mutant abilities. To charge small objects with an unknown form of energy with explosively releases its charge on impact. Alright. Oh, okay. I'm gonna change my button layout a little bit. Playing Sega Genesis games on, on an Xbox 360 controller is a little weird, admittedly. One of your most nostalgic games is... Oh, Banjo-Tooie on the N64. You played it a ton as a kid. Mostly played through the first 4 worlds, wandering around them doing whatever. Like a sandbox game. You would have went through more worlds, but the 4th world was the water world, and you were too spooked to get past it. Oh, that's so funny. That's adorable. You eventually did realize that it wasn't too bad, and you went back to beat the game. That's awesome. Oh yeah, man. I remember the Banjo, the collectible games, man. Like I enjoyed Mario 64. My cousins were absolutely enthralled with all of the rare games. They were huge into Killer Instinct, as well as Donkey Kong Country. Ooh, hello. Do remember this. Oh, yes. Because we have, yes, here we go. But yeah, no, my cousins were huge into Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. They definitely love the collectathons and like 100%ing absolutely everything. Oh, nice. You can like... Oh! Alright, I'm good. I'm good. Get up here. Yeah, I knew there was a platform there. Just instinctively. And behind the waterfalls. Classic. Nope. Killer Instinct Gold on the N64 a lot. Ah, Saberwolf main. Nice. Whoops. Okay, no. Oh, that's a small platform. Okay, we're okay. No, we're not okay, are we? Oh, we're fine. It doesn't flip. Okay. Oh, do I have to ride it up further? Okay, let me take him out. Oh, come now. There we go. Ooh, I am lucky. Oh, man, I am very close to dead. I can swap, right? I mean, that's a thing that I can do. Hey. Ow. Seriously, the fly? Nope. Okay. Well, Juggernaut it is. Let's go. Oh, okay. Not into his back. I got the... Ooh, do I have to start from the beginning? Oh, right. Right, you lose them, and then you can, I believe you can find them later on in stages to get them back? Oh, so I'm gonna start on Gambit and have, like, no health. Yeah. Shoot. Alright. Didn't end up 100% it until later. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, the only games that I really went wild with, like, 100%ing were, the Donkey Kong Country games, honestly. Like, I loved searching, like, getting the 101, 102, and 103% in the 3 country games. Was so cool. It was so fun. It was still, like, I don't know. I felt like I understood how they were doing their secrets, basically, right? So it kind of, I was able to actually find them, right? Like, I didn't have to use a lot of guides and stuff like that, though I did for some of them. Ouch. Right, but like being able to suss out the secrets on your own, ferret them out, was really cool. Yeah, okay, I've already lost. I'm not even through the first stage, and I've already lost 2. 2 of my X-Men. Ooh, okay. Dive kick. Oh, oh, thanks. Thanks, Gene. I believe that's his special attack. Oh, okay. Oh! Where am I? Oh, okay, I'm here. We're good. We're good. We're still good. So he has a teleport attack, at the very least. I'm not sure how... Like, look, so I can kind of direct it, right? Like, I can... But I'm not sure where it puts me. Like, now it puts me down there. God, I wonder... I mean, like, he is pretty dang quick with the dive kick. Like, this strikes me as a decent pick for speedrunning, right? Like, my initial instinct with this is, yeah. Yeah, I'd mess around with a speedrun doing this. And if he can actually get through walls with the teleport, that'd be even crazier. Hey, Hayama, how's it going? Ow, ow. 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 Oh. So, oh, I'm getting demolished. So how does that work? So can I just do little dashes with it instead? Yo, hang on. We're resetting this. We're getting our X-Men back. Okay, also, I'm going to amateur because I am absolutely an amateur. All right. Ooh. Okay. So... Yeah. Hayama, this was one of those games that I only ever played at a friend's house growing up. And I remember really, really loving it, but never having a chance to play through it all the way. I'm using BizHawk. It's my, like, BizHawk is just like my all-purpose emulator. Oh, it actually counted towards my special attack use. That sucks. I thought it was like a test training area, but no. Oh. Do I not lose any health for dropping into the hole? I'm curious now. I don't think I do. Oh, this game is right. It is one of those, oh god, it is one of those games that, like, requires you to do something silly with, like, either a controller or, oh god. I have a vague recollection. Oh man, that's hilarious. Thank you for mentioning that, because yeah, I totally would have forgotten until I hit that part. But yeah, I do have a vague recollection. I'm not sure, I can't recall exactly what it is I have to do, but... We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Oh, curses. Yeah, I should be fine with BizHawk. That's true. That's true. Ow. Ow. No. I guess not. See, that's funny. So, like, yeah, my favorite Genesis games, honestly, probably, Sonic and Knuckles, I think was my favorite. I didn't have that many Genesis games growing up. I'm gonna go through all of my dudes. Oh, this is really bad. But yeah, Sonic and Knuckles was probably my favorite. It was one of the few that I owned, and yeah, I played the heck out of it. Ow! Come on, come on. Yo, when is he vulnerable? There you go. Oh, lordy. I am once again gonna... Oh, they're like assists. I forgot. They're like assists. Okay. I'll take it. Storm did him in. Oh, God. See, and it's a good thing. Oh, these platforms, man. Now... Nope. We're fine. We're fine. We got through it. We got there, guys. Ooh, Rystar. All right. Nope. Ow. Ow. Your brother owned a Genesis HC. So your favorite ones that you played Sonic Mega Collection, namely Sonic 2 and Rystar. Yeah. Okay. Favorite Genesis game? Okay, it's come to me now. Comic Zone. Comic Zone is probably the dopest Genesis game on the face of the planet. That game absolutely blew me away. That's so funny that it didn't dawn on me. Ow. Yo, I just got absolutely shot. Oh, come on! She's coming for me. Nope, I did it too early. Ah! Oh, seriously? You're gonna run away now? It's a very creative game. It is super difficult, absolutely. It is a super hard game, but they do so many cool things. There's so many cool, like, there's so much cool character design in it. Like, honestly, I find the combat really enjoyable. It is super meta. Like, it is wild. That's it? Ah. Ah. Oh yeah, Cave Story on the Wii Shop. Yeah, there was some good stuff. I kind of I miss the Wii Shop, like eShop and Virtual Console of the Wii era, right? Come on. Oh, I probably should have been splitting that. Oh, I was not thinking at all. All right. Well, oh no, it doesn't even let me switch. Doesn't matter. Yeah, WiiWare. Thank you. Thank you. You're right. WiiWare was the technical name. Okay, I do hear another one. All right then. Oh, I can totally get behind there, can I? Oh god. Oh god. Poor Scott. Poor Scott. I don't think you're gonna fare too well, my dude. God, what is it? Oh yeah, Rage of the Gladiator. That was, you've kind of talked about that a bit. Oh god, here we go. Oh. Yeah, the Fantasy Punch-Out. I've definitely, it seems cool, man. There's a couple of recent takes on, oh, that's nice. They come back. Yeah, there've been a couple recent takes on the, like, Punch-Out. Like the Punch-Out formula. And I'm wondering, yeah, I'm wondering if there's, I'm sure some of them will end up taking inspiration from games like that, right? Like, what were the ones, well, who was doing the Punch-Out thing, right? In that intervening era? I'm not entirely sure. Yo, there were a ton of cute little puzzle games on WiiWare, man. I enjoyed, oh, damn, ad time. What's it called, though? World of Goo? World of Goo was such a good game, too, man. How did I get into that fucking thing? Yes, and I did see that World of Goo 2 was announced pretty recently, which got me pretty excited, because, like, I loved the hell out of that game. It was so good. It was like, that was kind of like the era of like the modern indie explosion kind of thing, right? It's there was a lot of cool stuff going on at the time. There we go. There we go. God, that's not... That doesn't look like a door off the bat, does it? Yeah, we were in Expelliarmus pretty important. Yeah, very, very... I know you have the love for the Dojin game, for sure. There we go. We're finding our way through. We're finding our way through. Dude, it's like, I'm not good at wayfinding on the best of days, but I can do it a little bit better in 2D games. No? Okay. Oh no, not the gold, guys. Oh, I probably shouldn't have got up here. Come on. I want the shinies. There we go. Can we get through here? There we are. This is like not an intuitive like bit of level traversal. I got to admit, like, I may have just killed the Silver Surfer. Absolutely. Oh my god. How do I get him behind there? It's here, isn't it? Ah! Don't pistol whip me, dude. Oh no. Can I get up? There we are. Use all my kinetic powers. Kinetic charge. Like, once you realize what the doors are and what the potential pathways are, it's like, yeah, you can get through it. You can figure it out, for sure. It is not, like, I would not say it's immediately apparent, right? Ow. Hey! We got Rogue. Come on, let's just get... No? No? That's a door, right? Is that my door? Ah. Here we go. Oh, come. Come now. Come now. You're not allowed to be like that. Okay. Are you serious? Oh, come on. Because now I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing? Was it just those 4 things? It was just... What? Oh, God. Oh, God, come on. You're just gonna throw, like, asteroids at me? This is unfair. Okay, it's gonna be on the top now, right? And now it's on the bottom? Is it just going between? Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. 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 Oh. The fact that they don't get hit kind of makes me mad. Oh. Yeah, you would say that Mutant Apocalypse is the better game? Okay, because I think that was gonna be the big thing for me, where I'm like, where do we fall on the which is better, X-Men Genesis or Mutant Apocalypse SNES? Because yeah, I also have Mutant Apocalypse, and it's like the Aladdin Genesis versus SNES debate, right? Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Because you're right. You know what? I'm curious who made this game, because it does feel a little bit like European game design. Like, it kind of has the UK cool spot style of platformer design, where like you have these various requirements that you need to get through to get your level completion. It's very open-ended level design usually. Head Games, now part of Activision. Interesting. Oh, really? Taz Escape from Mars? Interesting. I have not played that, actually, so... No, I did not get that yet. Do I have to go in behind here? It's okay-ish. Ah. Man, come on, Logan. Oh, dang it. Oh, I'm gonna get romped. It's not through here. Do you not recharge your health, Logan? Come on, Silver Surfer, let's go. Oh, I'm getting trounced, though. Did find these guys. Ah! Let me in. Now! Whoop. Let me through. Didn't have a Genesis. Yeah, Super Nintendo boy. I was talking about that earlier on, Hayama, that it's definitely we were like a Super Nintendo household, right? And I think that kind of dynamic of, like, were you a Nintendo house or were you a Genesis house or, heaven forbid, a 3DO house? Like... It's funny because, like, I don't think that dynamic is, like, the same as it was, right? Did I do what I needed? I did. Okay, cool. Oh, guy. Oh, come... I don't know which one it's at. I'm gonna die again. I'm too close. Ah! Wait, I don't know. Okay, okay, okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Bottom. Ah! Did I? Whoop! We're okay. And we've slowed down. Hopefully... I'm gonna do this. I would rather not die. Oh yeah, right, yeah, it's like... You're right, the console warrior thing, even outside of being a Nintendo house, I mean, I think a lot of that is just down to practicality, right? A lot of households, they could only afford one console, so... But yeah, the console warrior nonsense is something I definitely don't understand. Like, the older I got, the less I was like, why are you so unbelievably invested in a corporate entity like that? Yeah, yeah, absolutely, right. In a perfect world, yeah, we'd have access to every game console, and it would not be an issue. Unfortunately, that's not the world we're in. Oh, there we go. Still not the way through. Why won't this flip? Alright. Anyways, were consoles more expensive in the United States at the time? I mean, it was kind of like, with the exchange rate at the time, it was pretty much the same in Canada and the US. Very comparable. But, God, yeah, where the hell am I? But they were still, I mean, they were still like, they were and still are a luxury item, right? Oh, am I just blind? Is that an elevator back there that I just missed? Oh my lord. Death burb. Alright. Oh, why is Silver Surfer here now? Get out of here, dude. Oh, seriously? Every time I hit her? You're gonna send her another one every time I hit her? Come on, one more. There we go. Oh, and you're still here? Get really into Game & Watch stuff. Ah, yeah, I never had... Oh, man, the Game & Watch stuff, that was always so cool. It was... I had... Oh, do I still have it around? I probably have it somewhere near me. I had some of those handhelds. Like, I had the TMNT handheld LCD game, and I had the Street Fighter 2 LCD game, actually. But no, I never had any of the Game & Watches. I was always really jealous of anyone who had one of those. Like, here we are. Guys, okay, where do you want me to go now? I'm curious. Can I hit this now? Of course. Yeah, the Tiger Electronic Fighting... Yes! Dude, Tiger Electronic Fighting Game Tournament? That would be so sick. Come on. Those were so fun, man. I had so much fun with those. Dude, I had an LCD game watch that was... oh man, that was Top Gun. It was a Top Gun LCD game where you had a little fighter ship and you had to like dodge missiles and like shoot enemies. I do know that they're on MAME, right? But like there's no real two-player, right? Like the one that I had didn't have any proper like two-player or anything like that. Was there a head-to-head version of one of those? Oh, that would be phenomenal. If there is, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, the Game & Watch definitely had some head-to-head games. But I don't know if the Tiger Electronic ones, I don't think so. At least not to my knowledge. That would be phenomenal if there were. Yeah, the Tiger electronics were always interesting. Oh, yo, the background in this is really nice. I think this is why. I think this was the stage that made me say, holy heck, and made me remember this game. You know what? I think this was it. Just the background. The water in the background, the cliffs, the sky. It is a very lovely background, right? I think this is one of the things that probably would have resonated with me in terms of the visuals growing up, and probably one of the reasons it stuck in my head. I was also a pretty big X-Men fan at the time, so like that also would play into it. But oh man. All right, we've been at this one for almost an hour though. You know what? I think this was like if I'm gonna say not bad. Not bad. Like I could see myself if I had ended up getting this game like as a gift for my birthday or for Christmas or something like that. I could see myself really getting into it. There's enough secrets. There's like it's not just straight platforming. There are these objectives. I think I would have been very frustrated with some of it, but I was also the kind of player, especially like if I latched onto a game, if it was the game that I was playing, I loved teasing that stuff out. I loved figuring out, you know, secrets in Donkey Kong Country. I was talking about it earlier on, man. Being able to like hunt for the 101 to 103% in Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. So much fun. So, like, I loved being able to do that, right, if it was one of those games. So, I think I really would have dug this, and actually, and, like, look, it looks really good, it plays pretty good, you get a good variety, I mean, come on, you get assist calls, like, I'm gonna take a quick look at this, actually, right, yeah, being an X-Men fan in the 90s was amazing, you had so many really cool things. So, like, what do I have? We have Sentinel? Oh, no, Archangel. There you go. Archangel. Here's the proper Silver Surfer. Iceman. I am wrong again. Okay. Storm. We saw Storm earlier on. Look at these. These are like gorgeous sprites, man. Ba-da-da. Right? And then, like, 4 characters that you can, like, switch through on the fly that have, like, persistent health. Like, it's a really interesting dynamic. And it actually does a really good job of embracing the team nature of the X-Men, that team dynamic, the, like, you have to, like, call on each other to help. You have the minor characters, I mean, Storm, not a minor character, but, like, you have characters who are, like, the helpers in some situations, right? So this is very clearly, it's the story for Nightcrawler, Gambit, Wolverine, and Cyclops, right? Like, that's super fun, like, bringing in the assist that you can pull in, having it, oh, I'm losing health with this guy, I gotta switch to this person who has a different tool set and more health to, like, pull the weight. When you come across some health, you can, like, swap between people to, like, manage that stuff. Like, TMNT on the NES did a really good job of that, too. Like, that was one of the interesting things of being able to switch to the different turtles and have slightly different, you know, abilities, but more importantly, have that, like, different pools of health that you shared across your team, right? That was a great way to represent that team dynamic. Super interesting. So, like, yo, I'm giving it the MKL thumbs up. Yo, hot take. No, like that's I would say totally reasonably temperature take. That is a medium well done steak take is what I would say, because I totally agree, man. Like TMNT 1 on the NES was actually really good. there were some things that were not great, that were actually more down to, like, technical, like, programming implementations, as opposed to necessarily design implementation. I think the design implementation of, like, the actual gameplay and stuff like that, and, like, the kind of challenges they present you with, is, once again, kind of reasonable for the time, right? It was a bit of the... people were really figuring out the true essence of some of these genres, and so you had a lot of way more interesting experimentation in some ways. Yes, also, soundtrack, absolute gold. No, that was... I will... once again, huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. Like, I would say more than any other franchise, that was the one that I really latched onto as a kid. So, oh man, I played the heck out of those games. And super frustrating. Dude, I remember finally beating TMNT 1 on the NES and getting to the end of the game and struggling through that last world where you're, like, going through the compound and then through the Technodrome, and you finally beat... oh my god. It was so difficult, right? Like, I remember how unbelievably difficult that last stage was. And you get to the end, and your reward for beating the game is... thanks for playing. Game over. Right? And my little kid brain at the time was like, game over means I failed. So how did I fail the game? Right? And it was this, like, little heartbreaking moment for me of, like, being like, did I mess up? Is there, like, is this not the real ending? Did I do something wrong? Is there something I could do better to not get a game over? But no, it was just more of a, like, and the game is over, right? And so that's that. But, like, I was like, oh man, it was like my heart sunk where I was like, that's my reward? That's, like, and it's like, the reward is the turtle friends you made along the way kind of thing, right? But, oh man. Yo, for real though, Hayama, I think even to this day, like, finishing games is for the mega nerds. The large majority of games that I play, I do not actually finish, let alone 100% them, right? It's not the way I play games anymore, right? Like, I have way too many games in my Steam library alone for me to say, I have to, like, complete everything, right? Where it's like, if I get, like, a worthwhile experience out of things, I'm kind of cool with that. But you're right, I think that there is, like, yeah, it's like the domain of the mega nerd. And for sure, like, when growing up, I was the mega nerd about games. So I would complete as many of them as humanly possible. But, like, yeah, as time has gone on, I'm just like, I find myself being like, that's cool. I could play a few hours of a game and, right, like, dig the RPG systems, dig the combat mechanics, explore some characters that I find cool, and then get lost in a story and then never come back to it. And that's also most anime that I watch. I really love a lot of anime, but man, so much of it is just like, I'm in for a bit, and it's like, half an arc later and I'm out, and that's cool, and I'll hop to something else and I'll check it out for a bit. Yeah, Kuma, right? You have a ton of RPGs in your library, but haven't finished any of them. Absolutely, right? The last RPG that I completed was, I mean, I guess you could call Dark Souls an RPG, and I completed that, actually. Yo, that's really funny. Dark Souls is probably the only game that I've completed, let alone, like I beat all bosses plus DLC. So, like, that was, like, an anomaly for me in terms of how I play games, right? It's like, that just dawned on me that that's like, oh shit. Yo, I like that, Hayama. I like that. The Battletoads. The Battletoads theory is a great one. Because you're absolutely right. I think most people would not have made their way past that. Dark Souls is really good at risk reward. It was really fun. I think that it was definitely a game that made me its bosses and encounters always made me consider the other options in the game, which I think is really interesting, because it's really easy for a game to get in the flow of being like, whatever you pick, don't worry, darling, you're gonna be the best in the world at it, right? It could be really easy to just like usher a player through and just make that decision, but like throwing some friction in, we're being like, dude, you wanted to be a melee build? Congratulations, you need some magic or some range or something here because your sword is not going to cut it. Or right, or like you're a caster? Well, congratulations, this guy doesn't really, like magic just pings off of him, right? You got to figure something else out. And like you can figure out things within your build that like, I mean, you don't have to stray too far. I don't have to become a barbarian if I'm a sorcerer or anything like that. But it means you have to reconsider. And it's like, it always made me be like, oh, what if I did go down that path, right? Like, what lies there and what other options do I have? So, definitely, like, a game that keeps you thinking in that way. Oh, yo, Hayama, have a good one. Have a good one, my friend. Hope the stream goes well. Ooh, that's why you love the crafting in Elden Ring? Interesting. I don't know much about the crafting, actually. Yeah, absolutely, Hayama. I'm actually... I'm gonna reach out to some folks. I wanna set up some like collabs and some crossovers and stuff like that. So I will definitely be in touch. But yo, peace out. Have a good one. I haven't checked out much of the crafting in Elden Ring though. I've kind of like kept back from like looking too far into Elden Ring and even Bloodborne and stuff like that. Just because like. I kind of do want to play them, so especially now after I've gotten through Dark Souls, so who knows. Oh, no combo breaker for me, unfortunately, not this year. I'm saving up and I'm going to EVO, and we've got Toryukin here in Toronto in... Damn, is that July as well? Ooh, shoot, man. I think I got a lot of stuff going on in July. Yeah, a couple of those, and I was thinking about trying to make it out to Boston Blue Beat, I believe, but that might be a little tough, so we'll see. I definitely, I want to go back to Frosty, but I really don't want to go to Chicago in the winter, which is really why I should go to Combo Breaker, so that might be a plan for next year. I miss going to events, and now like I know so many more people now in the community that go to like Combo Breaker in particular. That would definitely be one that I need to go check out. All right, I'm gonna take a quick little break, my friends. I need to grab myself a drink, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna dip into some more nostalgia. I'm gonna take a spin of the nostalgia wheel and see what game pops up, and we're gonna check out some more games from my youth that I remember fondly, but I'm not sure if they're actually all that great, and so we're gonna find out in just a few minutes here. I'll see you soon, friends. Hello everybody, how's it going? Mr. MKL here, we're back. Yo, thank you everyone for joining me here in the basement. I appreciate y'all for doing so. Yo, we're gonna continue on the train of nostalgia. I gotta plug in my NES controller because I think this is the only one that I'm gonna need from here on out. But yo, we have a little wheel of nostalgia. Wheel of nostalgia. Turn, turn, turn. What is the retro game that we shall... Ooh, Micro Machines. Yo. Let's go. Micro Machines, man. This was a title that I believe it was one of my cousins had this game. And it would only ever get like, we'd only ever see them on like very rare occasions. So, So I did not have the chance to play this all too many times. But hoo boy. And I wasn't a big racing fan. Like, outside of Mario Kart, like, I really enjoyed Mario Kart. Well, actually, you know, now that I say it, I'm like, I liked RC Pro-Am. I liked Super Off-Road. Maybe I liked more racing games than I think. Alright, got our buttons set. The original scale miniatures. Let's go. Challenge. Alright, let's go for the challenge. And oh my lord. Poor Dwayne. Joel is smooth, Emilio's wild, Cherry is crazy. Oh no. Oh no, my left button is not doing great, is it? Oh, hang on a sec. Did I config this incorrectly? Is that why? Up, down, left, right. Hey, there we go. That makes it easier. All right. I was definitely a spider. This is the dude I went for. Oh, man. Alright. Oh, shoot. I'm pretty sure Micro Machines is as good as I remember it. Yo, let's go. Oh, man. Oh, dude. I'm sorry, like, just the memories are just, like, flooding in now. There's, like, oh, it's like right. We're gonna get, like, the shoebox, right? So we get to, like, pick our opponents. Let's go. We'll get Cherry. We'll get Emilio. Get Rash in there. The Rash mic. Yes, and then the shoebox. So, like, we go through and we do, like, the challenges with the different vehicles and we collect them and we place them in the shoebox. Oh, dude. This is so sick. Okay, the breakfast table. Yep. And, like, you can go a little out of bounds, but not too far, lest you, like, reset your place in the rankings. Oops. Oh man, dude, like for like arcadey racing, like this game really hits it. The little tic tac over the Cheerios feels right. I mean, the steering is really good. It's a like the straight overhead is, I mean, because like, right, it's like, what is it? Super Off-Road has like the isometric view. I guess RC Pro-Am is directly overhead. right? Whereas like Mario Kart is behind the shoulder. Oh, dude. Oh, I think this game is 100% as good as I remember it being. Yo, it's totally a licensing thing. It's absolutely a licensing thing. Like, honestly, one of the big problems with a lot of these old school games is that they were tied into various like licensing from other IPs. And those initial licensing deals did not guarantee your use in perpetuity on different platforms, right? And if it didn't do that, you're kind of out of luck and you got to renegotiate, right? It's why things like games like Wave Race 64 actually have oh my god, these cars are so fast. Oh, the speedsters. Oh, dude, I remember now. Oh, shoot. Right, but like Wave Race 64 had like Kawasaki promotional stuff on it. And whoa. And when they re-released that on Virtual Console, they had to remove the old logos. Yo, this is so sick. And there is a, like, tournament edition of Micro Machines. This is the original one. Oh, I'm down. But there's like a tournament edition, and like I believe the Genesis version, it allows like 8 players. I think there's like the Japanese one maybe has like a special multi-cart or a multi-port cart. I read something about that. I have this like vague recollection in my brain pan about that. Oh no! Oh no! Don't fall off. Oh, these. No! Oh, right off the edge. I did not know when it was coming. Oh, they're done. No! Cherry, Emilio, and Mike, they got me. Yo, Spider's not looking so cool. Okay, so I lose a life, and I don't get access to it, and I just have to do it again, right? Yeah. So you have stocks. You have stocks of your vehicle until you can get through. Oh damn. Like, these cars are so freaking fast. Like, they are so unwieldy. Okay. Get through the straightaway. It's a short straightaway. It's a little curve, and then it's a little S curve, and then the bridge. Oh my. Okay. I'm still in this. Oh. Okay, and then I can cut across the rulers. Oh. S-turn. And then the bridge, which I missed again. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Greybinder, turn. Ah. Okay, I'm remembering the course now. We got this. We're gonna get this. Right? There we go. Ooh! Nope. I forgot about the bridge. Oh, jeez. We're done. Greybinder. You can cut across the Greybinder. And you could probably cut across the blue book as well. Oh, shoot. Okay. We're gonna get this. Yo, like, so good. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We should check that out, dude. If there is legitimately an 8-player Micro Machines, my guy, are we running 8-player freaking Micro Machines? Is this the... I'm always taking notes for, like, because I want to run another tournament soon. But I always end up with decision paralysis. Okay, we're fine. Turn, and there you go. Bridge, and cut at the gray binder. No. Oh, we're okay. Straighten out. Oh, I'm gonna get overtaken here, aren't I? Not yet. All right. We got this. No! We're fine. Woo! Let's go, first place. You think there's an N64 Micro Machines? Never heard of an 8-player version. Man, yeah, I don't know where I would have read. I probably read it when I was, like, searching through stuff on Sega Retro. But what I'm remembering, whether or not it's true, is that there is a cart that allows a Japanese version that allows for 8-player multi-tap without the multi-tap, is what they said. Possibly 4-player multi-tap without the multi-tap, and then 8-player with it. Perhaps that's what it was. Oh man, the tanks. I have no idea what this course looks like. It's so funny because they don't give you a course layout or anything either, right? They're just like, race the race and figure it out, guys. Oh, right in the glue. Right in the hot glue. Okay, 2, and then turn. Hey, that was kind of convenient, actually. Oh, man. Okay, we're okay. I keep hitting that giant patch of hot glue at the end. And then it's a right, and then it's a left. Yeah, of course, the oil slick right at that corner. Okay, like, were the other guys destroyed by these spiky tanks? Is that what happened? No, they're there. Poor Bluey. Who's the blue again? Is it? No, it's not Cherry. It's Mike. Poor Mike. Man, I feel for you, dude. And look, it's Mike and Spider are totally like, what if the same person was a nerd and a cool, like, jock? No, I guess not jock. I guess biker gang? Yakuza? Is that what it's supposed to be referencing? It's probably supposed to be referencing. It's like a Kunio-kun character, but American. All right, Mike's out. Gotta pick a new... Oh. Ooh, that's fun, too. So they all have their own lives out of game, right? They all have their own lives, and then you bring in new character. I forgot about that. That's fun, man. Like, that's a really cool way to do the challenge thing. Yo, triple win, bonus race, beat the clock. All right. Oh, we got the trucks. We got the big trucks. All right, super off-road time. Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god, this makes me so happy, dude. Oh no. Oh, okay. Too big. Oh, did not get the good strike. Oh! Okay, I do not remember this. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's really tough. Oh, lordy. Okay, okay. It's just a bonus round. It's okay, man. We're good. We're good. I guess we could have earned extra lives. That's probably what that's for. It's yeah. That's an extra life challenge. Okay. So what is it? After every 2, maybe? We'll see when we... Oh, 3. Ooh, jeez. All right, Sandy Straits. Let's go. Let's go. Off-roading. Or dune buggies, technically. Yo, another very speedy one. Okay, we're doing all right. Got the jump? All right. Oh, man, it's funny. I don't remember... Whoa. I don't remember the big truck race, like going over the rocks, but I definitely remember this. This is a race that I remember. Because, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, going over those dunes, and then the shovel here at the turn. Oh, dang. Followed by this jump, because I would always miss this jump. Oh, no, I went the wrong way. Oh, dude. This is tough. Okay, we can't come in last. We got to get at least 3rd here. No, this is not a good start. Not a good start to the last lap. All right. Got a little turn, and then the dunes. Another turn. And through the rocks. And don't miss that jump. All right, all right. I think we're okay. Whew, all right. Oh, damn. So good. Okay, so still considered a fail? Yeah, still considered a fail. Dang. Do you have to be in first or lose a life? Is that what it is? Oh, man. Okay, let me... add time. Let me try a head-to-head here. Whoa. Whoa, that's weird. That's weird. Okay. I don't remember this. I don't remember this. What? So you race to the edge of the screen. The actual... It feels so weird because your camera doesn't lock to you, right? It's locked to, like... It starts on, like, the camera starts locked to the center of wherever you begin your lap. And then when you reach the screen boundary, it triggers a point and it resets. Freaking, like, legitimately really great, like, tug-of-war dynamic that you could do with this kind of game, right? Like, legitimately, it means that it's, like, it's kind of hard to tell who you even are at first. Cause it makes me realize how much of my my knowledge of the game indicates who you are and what and conveys information to you based on how the camera's framed, right? So you no longer being the center of the framing device means it's actually difficult to tell when there are no other distinguishing factors. Yeah, exactly, super. You need playoff. Come on, nice. Okay. Yeah, you need a little P1, P2 CPU indicator thing above the cars. That would absolutely be, if that just flashed, and that's how you see it actually handled in a lot of as in future games that do similar multiplayer things. I think that, yeah, they add that, and that flashes for like a couple seconds at the very start, and then your brain is like, boom, I'm centered on that. So when the camera isn't centered on you, you still know who you are, right? And I was gonna say, like, the tug of war thing works really great, but one of the problem with tug of war systems is that you have to make sure that you actually have something to break it, because you can end up in these weird stalemates, right? So just doing the playoff, I think, is really interesting. I wonder if there would be anything else. Right, I'm gonna lose. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's laps. It's based on laps. Okay. I think, yeah, the sudden death playoff thing happens when you get down to 0 laps. Oh, that's super good. So instead of even having a timer, right? Okay, I have this course. I could... Mike, come on, man. That was the play. That was the play. It's cutting that corner and this one. Because the camera stays centered on basically the CPU's optimal driving path, which means that it's going to be more or less in the lane. It means that when you can, like, that is how you can beat the CPU at this, is by finding those spots where you can cut, oh dang, right? Finding those spots where you can cut the corners and cut off most of the, like that, right? Cut off most of the distance that that is like between you and the center of the camera. Oh. Yeah, little bonks like that will definitely do it too. Oh, that's so cool, dude. Yo, I am impressed. Once again, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, man. It's getting the MKL seal of approval. You're actually as good as I remember, right? X-Men, while good, don't get me wrong. The X-Men Genesis game is good. I think it is. I think it holds up in terms of a reasonable, like, yes, this was a worthwhile time, right? But Micro Machines? Mwah! That's super sick. Is this Hunter x Hunter? It may well be. I am sure there are other Hunter x Hunter games out there, right? That series has been around for long enough and is popular enough. I'm sure there's gotta be. There's probably not a platformer. There's probably an arena fighter. Or has he only ever been used? Has Gon only ever been used as like a crossover character? All right. Wheel of Nostalgia. What do we got? No, we already... Oh, I got to take those out. Here we go. Hang on. We got Micro Machines. We got X-Men. We got Micro Machines. We got X-Men. The Little Mermaid. Okay. Let's do this. Have any of y'all played The Little Mermaid for the NES? This is actually a little funny story about this one for me, where I first played this game for, oh, what? It must have been when did this game come out? Actually, I need to find out. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. $1991. I probably played this at like my 6th or 7th birthday party. I appreciate that, Super. I really appreciate that. Yo, I played this, it was probably my 6th or 7th birthday party. And it's funny, I remember it because it, like, I had a bunch of, like, friends over from class, and it was boys and girls, right? So, like, all my boyfriends were there, or, like, all my dude friends were there. Like, my boyfriends, yeah, they were my boyfriends. And all my girlfriends were there, right? And, it was a cool big party. And I remember, because I was a video game guy, one of the things they did was, like, we rented a game, right? Boyfriends for days, man. You had no idea. I was a hot commodity. But we had, I remember, so, like, I got a video game for my birthday as a present, which was The Karate Kid for the NES, which is another one that I'm like, I remember that game being not good, but playing it obsessively because it was the game that I got and I had it, and so that's what I was playing. But because it was like there were a bunch of guys and there were a bunch of girls there for the Karate Kid, this is what my parents figured. They were like, oh, like, he'll get the Karate Kid as a gift and all the guys will be excited for that, and then we'll rent The Little Mermaid for the NES, and this is going to be the game for all the girls, so that even the girls have something that they can play, you know, in the video game space when all the kids get together. And people were like, we put in the Karate Kid and we played it for like 5 minutes, and then we were like, let's check out The Little Mermaid, I guess. And we checked out The Little Mermaid and like played it obsessively for the rest of the day, right? Don't needlessly gender your games, kids. That's not necessary. Good games are good games. But I remember this game being so freaking cool. And this is one of, like, the Capcom classics, right? Oh, whoops. Whoops. Alright. Okay, so we can... Is it... how do you do... I can shoot down, right? No? Do I have to do it to the side? It has to be to the side? There we go. We got our little tail whip, though, with Ariel. Oh, pfft. I want this treasure chest. Oh, you need to use a shell. Okay. Okay, so we can throw up. So it's really cool, right? So it's like, it's a completely underwater platformer, with like 8-way direction. You have this little tail whip attack, and you can capture things, and you can pick stuff up, and kick them around. You can power up your tail, so now we can do this in one hit. Whoops. Oh. Bad throw. Bad throw, Mike. Oh. And so I also remember this game being very difficult. I'm sure it's like a 10-minute speed run, that it's like absolutely nothing at all. Oh, jeez. Okay, and I think I can just walk enemies into each other instead of having to kick them. like, it's a super cool attacking mechanic. I mean, I think there were, like, the obviously, right, Mario, the jump on enemy kind of stuff is more than common enough. But I was always interested in games where, like, you had different ways of interacting and attacking like that, right? I think that's why Gimmick is such an interesting game for me, because you, like, have this star that you can pick up and throw, and whoops, right? You have a star that you can pick up, like, you can, like, charge it, and throw it, and then, gotcha, I wanted both. But then you can also ride it as a platform, and it's a mobility tool, and it was a really, like, alternative way to, like, yeah, attack and interact and move in the game, so. Yo, what's up, Cadgart? Point and clicks? So I have some love for point and click games, for sure. I have very fond memories, actually. Since we're going down the nostalgia train, I have very fond memories of playing point and click adventure games with my mom. My mom and I, we would play 7th Guest and 11th Hour. Were our games that we played a lot together. Definitely Monkey Island. I wasn't the biggest Monkey Island fan, but I don't think I appreciated the humor when I played it. I gotta be honest. I was a youngin'. But yeah, man, 7th Guest and 11th Hour, Myst, those were my kind of point-and-click adventure games. I'm surprised. I just said I didn't get the humor of Monkey Island, but I enjoyed Myst at the same time. So, I was a weird kid. Ah! Oh, curses. Should have waited. Oh no, I wanted you to go the other way. Oh, boo earns. That's how I was gonna get in the chat. It respawned. Bless you, NES games that respawn things when you scroll off the screen. Oh, the torture of monster closets, but the joy of being able to get it back. Toonstruck. Ooh, I don't think I've heard of that one. Live action and cartoon. Starring Christopher Lloyd? A lot of 90s cartoon voice actors. Yo, that's dope! That sounds super cool. Ooh. I can pick up the big boy now? That is so cool. Yeah, okay. I do have some memories of being able to hop out of water in The Little Mermaid and do your little, like, belly flop around. Oh, it's on Good Old Games? Sweet. Man, Good Old Games is such a platform, man. I picked up the, The Incredible Machine. Man, The Incredible Machine was a game that, oh, dude. That was another one that I loved messing around with, where just, like, creating those contraptions and trying to solve those wild puzzles was so good. Oh, you gotta race it down. Oh my god, Tim Curry is the bad guy? Okay, okay, I gotta check this out. Oof. Oh, I love the re-grabs with the shell. This, I feel like this is a game that could get really... that could be, like, phenomenal. Like, if you get really good with aiming and with the movement, and, like, with the re-grabs, I could see this being a really, like, rewarding game. Oh. As you can see, I'm not great with the 8 ways. Oh. Come on, little buddy. So this one is Little Mermaid for the NES. It was one of those one-off rentals for a birthday, and I just remember absolutely adoring this game. And it's like, it's totally the game that was like, it was picked up for all the girls in my class, where they're like, we need to have something for them because the boys are just gonna play fucking Punch-Out or whatever, right? Yeah, right? And this is it. So this is one of the Capcom NES licensed games. The, like, golden age, right, of licensed IP NES games. And Capcom, right, between Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, between DuckTales, and The Little Mermaid, right? Those three alone are really phenomenal, right? Chip 'n Dale's an amazing one for co-op. DuckTales was my jam. It was like my demon of a game where it was so difficult. I remember being like working so hard to beat that game when I was a kid that when I got older and I started speedrunning games, it was one of the first games that I said to myself, I am speedrunning that game. It was so hard to beat to me as a kid. I want to be able to beat it in like a way that trivializes the difficulty that I had growing up. And it was like having an 8.5 minute run in DuckTales makes me be like, yeah, heck yeah. This is super fun though. Like, I really enjoy going back and like, yeah, taking a look at games that, I don't know, like how good were they, man? There are those, like, those nostalgia goggles are real, right? Oh, I can't even do that. Oh, the old Sesame Street games. Oh, I was gonna say, oh man, what was it, McKids? There was, as soon as you said the Sesame Street games, I was like, oh, kids games. And then I was like, oh, McKids, the McDonald's licensed game. And I have a friend who absolutely swears by it being a phenomenal game, right? And I'm like, I don't know if that's true, but I haven't really gone to figure that out, so... Oh, I think, can I only get this guy when he's walking? Yeah, it's only when he's huge like that. No, doesn't even work. I need I need an enhanced tail to knock that over. That sucks. Yeah, right? But, like, how do they stack up in this day and age? Can I honestly not even get that now? Oh, man. I mean, that is absolutely the classic, right? This is the shmup syndrome of now that you've died after having all your power-ups and getting through 2 levels, it's going to be prohibitively difficult to do anything because we expect you to have power-ups. Okay, we got through there. Let's go. Oh, Come on. Come on, Ariel. You got this. You got this. You just gotta kick a shell. Just kick a shell. It's not, I'm not asking much. There we go. Yeah, you've done that with shows as well, right? You'd be like, wait, why did I think this was funny? Why did I think this was good? I'm afraid to go back to Invader Zim for that very same reason, where I have a lot of fond memories of Invader Zim, but then I'm like, was it actually like funny and good, or was it just like, oh, so random? Like, was it part of the oh so random generation? I'm not sure. Ow. No, there's nothing to the left. Of course there's nothing to the left. Yeah, yo, Rocko's Modern Life. Yo, okay, so have you recently revisited it? It holds up. I feel like Rocko's Modern Life was one of those shows that I'm like, yes, it was as good. It was as good as I recall. Ah, see, so SpongeBob. Yeah, SpongeBob was one of the ones that I didn't quite. Oh, I did it again. I should have done. I knew I couldn't get those guys when they were tiny. SpongeBob was one. I think it was just outside of at least my perceived like target demographic. I was just outside the perceived target demographic, or what I perceived was the target demographic, maybe. Ow. Yeah, man. You cannot rapid fire your tail swing. That's for dang sure. Oh, Degrassi? Yes, absolutely. We had Degrassi going on. It was pretty inescapable for any of the like youth-oriented television. You hate that you watched it so much? Oh man. Thing is, I was always like, there was what was my preferred one? Student Bodies. There was a show called Student Bodies, or you could just watch Breaker High. I'm sorry, you could watch oh god, Ken from the Barbie movie. I need Mrs. MKL here. We need to play celebrity. I need to, because I would just say he's the dude from Breaker High, and everyone know who I was talking about. Whoops. Well, that sucks. No, I have 3 hits. I just keep tanking hits like a little dummy on my way in. Ah! And then getting hit there. So you can see I have the 3 hearts at the top left. Ah! And I'm gonna get bit. I can have up to 5, I believe. But I have not been coming across anything that actually grants me extra health. All of the... Oh, yeah, see? And I can only get them when they're tall and walking. But yeah, all of the upgrades I've had have been... attack. Dang. Nope. The game is a little finicky about your positioning, like how well you're lined up. I mean, it means that I can get away with murder sometimes like that. especially horizontally. Like, vertically, it seems okay. Oh, that hit them? Okay. Okay. I bubbled him when he was small. I thought I got the 2 bubbles. But yeah, a little bit finicky with the horizontal. All right, can I please get through here without taking any damage? Look, here we go. Hit you from far enough away. Ha. Oi, 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 Mike. It's so funny, where I'm just like, I am playing games. I was saying this every time I play Kingdom Hearts, I have to remind myself I'm playing a game for literal children. I should probably not be struggling this hard. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. I can kind of just, like, lob it straight up. I don't actually have to do upright. Yeah, right? The Lego games. I see my nephew playing, like, the Lego games, Lego Star Wars games and stuff like that. And I see him just, like, absolutely destroying it. And I'm like, dude, I couldn't do that. Like, nah, no way. Yeah, how can I not figure this out? That is 100% me in Kingdom Hearts, man. I'm just like, this is too much. Like, I'm a grown-ass man. I should be able to get this. Oh, wow. Okay. So they are 100% directly on top of each other. Thank you. Oh, come on. I'm gonna get hit again. Ah! I got bit. This is definitely a game, though, that it's like, when you nail the mechanics, like, when you're like, oh, I am swimming efficiently, I am aiming correctly, I am timing my hits properly, it feels so good. It really does. It is, that's one of the things, like, I can appreciate it. Like, there's a lot to be said about the difficulty in old games being part of the reward of it. Right? I mean, that's why folks in the fighting game community love the old games, right? It's the old versus new game discourse that we just had. And like, yeah, there is a little bit of that, like, there's something to the mastery. They're just gonna, oh, they're not just gonna bonk. All right, we got one down. Let's go. Hey, we got him. You do love martial champions. Yes, absolutely. Right? And yeah, right? And there's something to it. I definitely understand it. I don't want that out of all my games. But coming back to stuff like this where it's like I'm finding myself struggling with just the swimming around with Ariel in some ways. But at the same time, like I said, when it hits, it feels really good. So yo, I mean, come on, right? Shoutouts to the super fans. Oh, ice physics. We have more mobility on the ground now, friends. Right, little things, when you're carrying something in the water, you actually have... Oh, did I just lose that? I just clipped it into the wall. Oh, guys, come on! Come on! Why are you gonna be like that? I know, ice physics in a swimming game. It's just the way it is. Oh, hey, there you go. Apparently I have to destroy the shells? Did I not know that? Did I not realize that? If I knew destroying the shells actually gave me health, I'd probably do it more often instead of... Because I guess that's the trade-off, right? You go for the chest, and then you get your tail swing, your tail power up. I don't even think that gave me a power up, though. So I was definitely a Nintendo household. That is for dang sure. I just clipped it into the wall again. I'm so mad. Oh yeah, so you okay, yeah, so you guys were a Sega household. So yeah, we were, and then Shane was the Nintendo kid on your team. That's super cool. It for sure, it gave you a different experience, right? Like I said, I was playing the X-Men Genesis game earlier on, and that was one of the games that I played. We always played it basically whenever I went over to this one particular friend's house. That was their game, right? So we played it, and then even later on, when I finally got a Sega Genesis, I never bought the game because I had played it there, but I never played it that often, right? So, like, for me, on Sega, we were saying earlier on, Sonic and Knuckles was, like, my jam. I really love Sonic and Knuckles. I had some family members who had, like, Sonic 3, which I thought was a phenomenal game as well. And then Comic Zone. Comic Zone was the... Yo, Echo is a game I wanted to love. It looks so cool. Like, I love the look and the sound of Echo the Dolphin. But, oh, man... Did I not get that game growing up? One of my really close buddies, one of my old fighting game training partners, actually, he had a huge love for Echo the Dolphin. Understood that game, understood its like movement mechanics, understood its puzzles, and I watched him play it. Like I was probably like 25 or something like that, and I watched him play that game from front to back, and I was in awe. It's like beautiful. I really like, I appreciate it, but like, oh man, I could not play that game when I was a kid. It's so funny, right? Like the things that like clicked with you or didn't. And for sure, Echo was one like, I love, like I said, I think it looked beautiful. And so I was always drawn to it. And I had tried several times to kind of like, oh, can I get into this? But it was always like, maybe not quite. Oh. Oh no. Usually always got, yeah, Sonic is your dude even to this day. That's nice, man. That's really cool. And for sure, like, right? And for me it's Mario, man. And Link. I mean, I think out of the Nintendo mascots, I think Link was always my go-to. But yeah. Usually always gets all the Sonic games, even if they are trash. Oh, yo, you may have actually already seen this.
I feel bad.
Here we go. There's a YouTuber who I really like called Innuendo Studios. They are Ian Danskin is their name. And they have a phenomenal video called "It's Not Easy Being Blue," which is about the life of modern day Sonic. and how it's hard for you to be a character that is supposed to be like the nostalgia character and the childhood memory character for like 4 different generations of gamers, right? It is really interesting. I think you might appreciate it. If Sonic is your dude, I think you might appreciate it. Because it is, right? Like, you think about Sonic has to be... Like, for me, Sonic is Sonic 1 through Sonic and Knuckles. For other people, it's the Sonic Adventure Sonic, right? And then for others still, it is, right, say the, like, Sonic Colors or the Sonic Boom, the cartoons, right? There are so many... Oh, not quite. Got him. Oh, come on. Got him. Oh, I almost ran into him. Dang. I knew I was way too far away. I can't do it too close to the edge, though. Ah. Oh, dang. Get bonked, Mike. Okay. Just far enough where you can, like... Because you can take out the dudes with, just with the conch, right? So I can just go, like, bloop. Oh, pfft. That was a bad throw. It was a bad throw, Mike. Yay! Let's go. Oh man, this has been a super fun trip down memory lane. Yo, for real, I am surprised that every single one of the games that I have tried out going down this nostalgia trip has been, like, honestly, kind of all really good. Like, Micro Machines, totally legit. Totally legit racing game. Holy heck, I need to figure out if we could do, like, 8-player Micro Machines. Oh, the Sonic Symphony. That would be amazing, dude. I went to the Zelda Symphony when it came through Toronto, maybe, I don't know, 8 years ago, something like that. Maybe almost a decade ago now. And it was phenomenal. So good. Even the video games live too, man. I mean, look. Tommy Tallarico aside, the idea of video games live is so awesome. And, I mean, I've got a personal little bit of a connection. I actually... One of my first gigs that I did that had anything to do with, like, a corporate-backed event, I had a friend who was working at Staples, at corporate headquarters for, like, a head office for Staples here in Canada. And Staples, the business depot, is... we're sponsoring a free... video games live concert here in the city in, like, our central square in our downtown area. And he was like, my buddy was like, hey man, you want, like, the email of the marketing coordinator and maybe you can get something here. And so I got, like, a press pass to this where I got the ability to actually record videotapes. So like my earliest YouTube stuff is, like, video games live concert footage, right? To this day, one of my most successful videos on YouTube is the God of War performance from that concert in, like, 2008, right, is what we're going back to. And man, so, like, I got a little bit of a personal connection to that, as just, like, it was, like, the first time I, like, really reached out to a company to be like, you know, can I get access, can I do this, that, and the other. One funny anecdote, they were like, you're allowed to tape the entire concert. except for the Nintendo songs. And they had a Nintendo rep there at the event because there was a bunch of press there. And when they did the Nintendo block for that event, they actually came through and they tapped everyone on the shoulder and they were like, turn off your camera, turn off your camera, turn off your camera, turn off your camera. And I was like, okay. So I turned off my camera and left my audio recorder going. And then I think at some point I just started recording again and no one said anything. So I might have some of the Nintendo stuff on my YouTube channel. But on an SD card or like on a hard drive somewhere, I've got the entirety of the performance. So because they did a Zelda medley, they did a Metroid medley, a whole bunch of really cool stuff. I think they had some Earthbound stuff in there. Oh man. Yeah, there was a bunch of Tommy Tallarico appropriating music from other people. Apparently, he is like reselling people's sheet music from people who have previously worked on video games live. There's like his like world records are fraudulent. He's like the oof sound from Roblox was the thing that set all this off and kind of made. So there's a H Bomber Guy video about the Roblox sound that delves into most of this stuff. And then there's some other drama that has happened recently with, like I said, with sheet music that people had produced that has now been appropriated and is being resold without their permission. Which kind of sucks, like legit sucks. Yeah, man, nostalgia. The nostalgia stuff, look, there's a reason. Nostalgia bait works, guys. Like, there's something about the longing for the good old days. And I don't know what set me off on this tangent this past week about, like, wanting to revisit some of this stuff. But like I said, initially I was going to do a stream of comfort games. And I'd be curious, actually, guys, like, what were your comfort games growing up, right? Those games that you were, like, either when you were sick that you went to them, or... right, when you were like bored, it was the default one that you went to. Yeah, and it's kind of because being an adult sucks, right? And the way that I engage with games now is so different than what it was back then, right? Like, I don't have the same limited access that I did when I was younger, right? I can buy the games that I want to play, and I can not have the time to play them now. Whereas before, you had all the time in the world, but only access to 2 fucking games. So, you know. So yeah, being an adult does suck, and so that's why the nostalgia is nice, right? But like, I'm not sure exactly what set it off, but I thought going back to this, and so when I was like, yeah, man, like time is a funny thing, right? And like memory is imperfect. So when I started thinking about all these games, I was like, what were my comfort games, right? And I was like, yeah, like Mario 2, Zelda 2, right? Like Super Metroid. Those are amazing comfort games for me. I could just replay those all the time. But then those games that stick in my head to this day, like and this is when I started thinking about it, like Micro Machines, man. To this day, Micro Machines is one of those games that I see in my head, and I remember having so much fun with it. And then I'm like, but I don't know if it was good. Some of these games are legitimately good. There's another one that I didn't quite get to. Maybe we'll get to it another time on another installment of this kind of nostalgia trip. But the Mickey Mouse capades for the NES, and I have some fond memories of this game. I don't think it's gonna hold up quite as well as these other 3, but I don't know. We'll pair it with some other nostalgia, fun nostalgia memories, and we'll see what happens. Ooh, Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Whoa. Going back. Damn, that was a good one. Yo, the CRPGs, yeah. There were some wild ones. I was definitely more in the, outside of the point and click stuff that I would dabble in, I was definitely more in the first person shooter realm. Yeah. But, dude, those here, I had once again, you always had a friend. You had a friend that was all about something, right? You had the friend that was like, guys, you want to play Axis and Allies, right? And I love that friend, and I played Axis and Allies, but like, they were the Axis and Allies, dude. And we had another guy who was just he was the like weird esoteric RPG and strategy game guy. He was the first person to introduce us to Command and Conquer. He was the first person to introduce us to Ultima, right? And like, oh boy, yeah, Ultima Online when you were 8. There you go. Yeah, Command and Conquer was my jam. I never made the switch. Command and Conquer and Total Annihilation. Right? Those were the two for me. I never quite made the jump to StarCraft. I moved to Diablo after that, right? Where after I got like grew up with the Command and Conquer stuff and went through Red Alert and all that, I moved on to Diablo as a buddy of mine was just like, I'm done, man. Like I've done everything there is to do in Diablo, and he just like gifted me his copy, right? And was just like, have fun. I need this out of my life now. Ah, yes, Tim Curry, and probably one of my. I mean, there are a lot of amazing Tim Curry roles. Don't get it wrong, but hoo boy. Does something else in the Command and Conquer series, man. There are so many good ones, man. There's so many interesting games, and I am genuinely pleased with some of the like interesting design choices of these games too, right? Like the team dynamic in X-Men, and like the assists that you can call and the power-ups that you can find, and the kind of like Euro platformer style to the level design, and even the like objectives in those given levels. Super freaking interesting, man. I'm so glad that I went back to check that one out. And The Little Mermaid, absolutely. I should not have been surprised. Like, I'm sorry, like the licensed Capcom games from this era were just on another level, right? I should see which ones haven't I played? I guess I never really played the sequels. I never played like because there's DuckTales 2 and there's Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers 2, right? I don't think I ever played the sequels. I wonder, do they hold up? Do they hold up to the originals? Because those are both, like, freaking absolute banger games, right? Ooh, Tailspin and Darkwing Duck. Those were the other two. No, so I did not do those today. Those are going to go on the list, though, man. Darkwing Duck is 100% another one of those games that I played very, very rarely, but when I did play it, it left an absolute, like, a lasting impression on me, right? Where I still, like, I can see that first stage in my head so clearly, but, oh, man, like, I don't know if it was that good, because I never owned it. I never even really rented it. It was always via another person, right? So, ooh, dude. And yeah, and Tailspin, I'm not even sure if I ever played Tailspin growing up. So, that one is actually just kind of like on the outside. Ooh. Now it's bringing me back, man. So I was just like, oh, what games did Mrs. MKL? Mrs. MKL was all about the Toe Jam and Earl, as well as Castle of Illusion. Mickey's Castle of Illusion. Probably the best of the Disney games. I would honestly say, like, Castle of Illusion was... Mwah. Oh, for Game Boy games? Ooh, for the licensed ones? That's interesting. I don't know about the licensed ones. I would say I will I will die on the hill that Mega Man 2 for the Game Boy is an amazing game. That game is a banger. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like, I understand why people don't like it. Primarily because, like, there was legitimately a problem with producing the carts, and I believe that it's, like, pitch shifted incorrectly. So, but the soundtrack, if you go and listen to the pitch corrected soundtrack, it is so good. Secret Best Song is the credits song from Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy. But that game, man, it was so good. I loved those little, like, portable weirdo versions of games, right? Link's Awakening, obviously phenomenal game, but was very much a, like, weirdo Zelda game in some ways, right? But yeah, those Mega Man games. Mega Man 1 for the Game Boy, I will say, probably not a great game. Mega Man 2, rockin'. 100% rockin'. And as it goes on, they become very, very, like, technically impressive, right? Damn, the Kirby Game Boy games were also really good. Those were, like, mainstays. And then, obviously, yeah, Pokemon. I think to Super HC, you played a ton of Pokemon Blue as a kid. See, for me, it was Pokemon Red. I didn't get Pokemon Blue till later on. That's it. That's an interesting, like, personality test thing, right? Where you're like, did you get Pokemon Red or Blue growing up? There's only one right answer. You got Blue, never Red? Oh man, Red. Well, see, for me, Red was my favorite color, so I had to go with Pokemon Red. Bulbasaur was solid. See, for me, yeah, like Squirtle was great. I legitimately loved, like, it's hard to pick your favorite. It's hard to pick your favorite. I think for Wii Gaming, I think yes, I would agree Squirtle. But once again, I had a thing for the red. I had a thing for like fire themed, so it was Charmander, and it was not a good time starting off with Charmander. But ending up with Charizard at the end was like, mwah, felt like a great reward. Tearing through the final four. Charmander with Brock sucked so hard. 100% my second playthrough, when I got Pokemon Blue, I was like, I'll do Squirtle. Pokemon Blue, Squirtle. That makes sense, right? And that's where I started. But yeah, once it's funny, like I've talked about this a bit before, where I was like, I was the kid who was like the most obsessed with video games, and I was waiting for Pokemon to come out. Months I was preparing for this game to come out, so I was on it like day one. So I brought it, like, I was the guy who like exposed my class to Pokemon. And there was the huge explosion, and everyone really got into it, and we were doing the trading thing for a while. But once it fell off and most of the kids dropped out of it, after like when like the fad blew over for the people who weren't super into it, it was me and a couple people left, right? So at some point I was like, all right, I can just, I know what's going on. I have the strategy guides. I know what the percentages are. I'm gonna get Pokemon Blue and then eventually Yellow, and be like, I can trade with myself, because I had the OG big brick Game Boy that I got when I was super young, right? And then eventually I got the Game Boy Color. Man, that takes me back though. Like battling on the playground. Oh yeah. No, thank God I never got into the TCG. I was into Magic the Gathering, so I had my own trading card game problem. So, but I don't think even at that young tender age, I recognized that it was not reasonable to have two trading game obsessions. That's just, you can't do it to yourself. Yeah, right? Game Freak really stuck with it too, eh? Man, Pokemon's a fun one though. That was hundreds and hundreds of hours into Pokemon for me, man. It is crazy to think. It was my like, I played RPGs like then, like I play fighting games today, where it was, I need to play all the Dragon Quests, all the Final Fantasies, all the, okay, there it is. The Final Fantasy, see, now I'm gonna mess up which one it is. But Legends, I believe, for the Game Boy, also an excellent Game Boy RPG. Like, what the heck? That game needs some more love. Yeah, they had the release for the Switch. Absolutely, I picked it up. I picked it up and played through when that came out. That was really fun. That was, yeah, that was a lovely little trip down memory lane when that came out. I briefly made an attempt to speedrun the game, because you can, there's a skip that can like skip over the large majority of the game. But I got stuck because after you get through the skip, you need to, you're hyper low, like under leveled. So you have to either grind out on certain enemies or risk the low level encounter with the final boss. And I was just like, I could never figure out a way to work it. So I ended up abandoning the idea. But that was a good one. That was, yeah. Legends, Mega Man 2, actually all the Mega Man Game Boy games. And then Link's Awakening. Those were probably the mainstays of my Game Boy. And then always had like a Kirby's Adventure or something like that in the back. Or Kirby's Dream Land. Yo, friends, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me on this little nostalgia trip. I'm gonna do this again sometime soon. I might have to go through and take a bit of do a bit of a poll maybe and see what people's comfort games were, see what people's, the one-offs were, and like what were those games that you really thought were amazing but you're not sure if they actually were, and we should revisit them. Super good. Yo, and also if anybody doesn't know, there's a friend of the show, That Punk. They actually have a series called 10 Minutes of Game on YouTube, and so go check out That Punk's YouTube, and they basically like randomize a game, pick a game out of a list that they've never tried before, and spend 10 minutes with it and give it its assessment and be like, yo, was this good? Is it good today? Would I have liked this as a kid? It's an interesting like look back at these games outside of just like, because I think we've all done the Mario thing, and I actually might get to some Mario, but yeah, man, more nostalgia, more sharing in these like special little stories that we've had. I love it. But I think I'm going to be calling it for the night, friends. Thank you for joining me here in the digital basement. Yo, if y'all are with me, don't forget, if you're sitting on those Bezos bucks, if you got one of those Twitch Prime subs, I'd always appreciate it if you can drop them my way. It helps me, do the things that I do around here in the digital basement. Or if you got some of those bits. But whatever happens, just remember, do not let Jeff Bezos keep those Bezos bucks. They are called Bezos bucks, but they belong to someone, not him. Some awesome creator out there. So make sure to do that. Support your indies, friends. Give people the follows, give people the love, and pull out the change from the couch whenever you can, if you're able to. And if you're not, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Have a great evening, everyone. I will catch you next time here in the digital basement. Peace out.